Hey folks, I'm doing a response to a video by Barnone 11967, The Right to Bear Arms, Second Amendment, and Why I Choose Not to Own One. And the only way I can really do this is by showing you clips of his video and responding to them. So please bear with me.
A hurricane, and they were Chris, welcome to my YouTube channel. All right, I want to get into this. I think this is a very important topic, and all I'm going to be doing is giving my point of view. I respect your point of view. It may not be the same as mine. All I ask is if you don't agree with what I believe in, you're allowed to disagree, but let's leave the insults and the nasty comments for the children's playground. First off, I want to state that I thoroughly believe in our right to bear arms, our right to own guns. I think we as a nation founded ourselves on the ownership of weapons. And the American Revolution, part of it was started when the British Empire was going to try and confiscate the people's weapons. That's when they decided that it was time for a revolution. So let me just point that out right off the bat. I thoroughly respect anybody's right to own guns. I think it's a necessity, but it's not for everyone. I do not own guns, and I will explain why. And again, it doesn't mean I have a problem with anybody owning guns. I don't look down on somebody that owns guns. I'm just saying from my point of view. I thoroughly respect anybody's right to own guns. I think it's a necessity, but it's not for everyone. I do not own guns, and I will explain why. And again, it doesn't mean I have a problem with anybody owning guns. I don't look down on somebody that owns guns. I'm just saying from my point of view. Because if you look at it this way, when the crap hits the fan, or if the crap hits the fan, let's just not assume anything, one of the first places that the police and the military are going to go is to any home that they know owns weapons, especially guns. I mean, all you have to do is look at Hurricane Katrina. Now, that was a hurricane, and they were trying to save people, and they found it important to have to confiscate people's guns, and they were arresting people and brutalizing them for them. I remember watching, I forget where, because it was a couple of years ago, but there was an old lady tackled to the ground because she wouldn't give up her gun.
Let me tell you something about that. Katrina, they went from home to home. They didn't just go to people they knew had guns. They went from home to home. And those people were there protecting their property, protecting what they owned. There's a difference between that and, well, let's just say they were there protecting their own homes. That I respect. What I don't respect, being an oath keeper, is the military going and disarming civilians. That was against their oath to uphold the Constitution.
And, you know, we have our Second Amendment rights of gun ownership. So that's first off the bat. Second of all, people will use the protection argument, which is great. You know, if you have one or two people coming to your house. But if there are 20, 30 people all with guns, and they're at your house, and they're going to take what they want,
there's 20 or 30 people coming at your house, and they're going to take what you want, what they want. Chances are, you won't be alive. I would rather go down in what you're going to say is a blaze of glory, defending me and mine. The odds are you're not going to be alive by the time they're done.
Going to take it anyway. And some people will say, well, you know what, I'll go out swinging. I'll go out in a blaze of glory. that's wonderful, and you may take out a couple of them. But, if you have family, to die in a blaze of glory is not honorable, and it's not going to make your family, your kids, your wife, your whatever, happy that you died in vain. So, my thing about war and violence is it hasn't solved anything throughout history. Like they say, the true definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Countries have been at war and fighting and shooting one another since the days of the cavemen.
And most of that has been because of aggression. I will not aggress, but I will protect I will protect me and mine. I will do whatever it takes to protect me and mine. And me and mine goes be as well. You can't do that by peacefully talking sometimes. I don't agree that there are times, I don't disagree that there are times when talking can solve a lot. But if it's a shit hits the fan ordeal, something you got to think about.
Only back in the days, they didn't have guns, they had bows and arrows and spears and other things. But when has peace ever been achieved by oppression? And oppressing another society or civilization or creed or religious background, whatever. So I just believe in the fact that you shouldn't kill somebody. Now,
I don't believe you should kill somebody. I am all for peace. What my firearms are there for is to defend when all else fails. I feel it would be foolish to be unarmed and expect peace with no resistance. This is a tough one. I am armed. I will protect me and mine. But that is as a last resort.
Don't get me wrong. If you are, for example, somebody breaks into your house and your family's livelihood is at stake, you do what it takes. But that's defense. I'm not talking here about defending yourself. That's different. Animals, most of the animals, they don't go around pursuing other animals to kill them.
Now right there you contradicted yourself. 20, 30 people coming armed to take what is yours. I would be defending myself. I would be defending me and mine. You can't do that without an arm.
Unless they're going to eat them. But an animal that's pacifist, like let's just say for example an elephant. An elephant is very pacifist. It's not going around attacking things. But if you go and try and attack it, it's going to kill you because it's defending itself. So this is not about defense. If somebody's breaking into your house, you got to do what you got to do. But if you have a crap hits the fan scenario, if people want your stuff bad enough, they're going to take it.
And you're just going to let them take it? And do you honestly think that they will leave you unscathed when they take it? honestly, at that point, they are nothing more than animals.
And dying for it is not really worth it.
Chances are you're going to die for it anyways, because you had it and they want it and they're going to take it. And, well, enough said right there.
So that's where I feel, at least in my opinion, that owning a gun is not something I want to have. Now, some people will be upset about that, some people will attack me for that, and that's fine. But last I checked, not only do I have the freedom to own a gun or not, but the freedom of, speech, to be able to have my own opinions. So, like I said, I don't have a problem with people owning guns. And anybody that has one, I think that's a great thing. I have friends, plenty of friends that own guns. So I guess if I need to be protected, I have some of them that would basically, all I have to do is offer them food for protection if it gets to that point. But I'm just not the type of person that believes in killing people. I don't believe it solves problems. It doesn't.
Killing people does not solve a problem. And God forbid we should come to that. But the point is you have to be able to depend on yourself. You can't necessarily depend on your neighbors protecting you. Just because you give them a little food or this, that, or the other thing. They're going to be worried about their own stores. I'm going to be biblical here. I am not Christian. I do not believe in God. I do believe in nature. And that also includes the nature of things. But in the Bible, does it not say that God helps those who help themselves? Just saying.
Help us grow. We have to figure a new way for our societies. Sorry, I had to crack my neck. I have to do that, unfortunately, bad neck. But we have to find a different way to be able to solve the world's problems. Going around blowing each other up and shooting people and killing people has not achieved world peace.
With that, I will totally agree with you. But you still have to be able to defend yourself, to protect you and yours.
It just hasn't. So it's not the way to go. Like I said in the other video, shooting and killing somebody for peace is like trying to rescue a drowning victim by throwing water on them. It just doesn't make sense. So I'd love to hear your opinions. To anybody out there who is part of the NRA or gun ownership or, people who work for the military or whatever, no disrespect. I'm just saying from my point of view, I don't believe in gun ownership for myself. I do not say at all that people shouldn't own guns. I believe they have the right to do that.
And with that, I believe I've given my full response. Brother, I respect you, but it's just my opinion. I'm not running you down. I just disagree with you. As you all know, I do conceal carry. I do believe in my right to carry. As Barnone believes he has the right to not carry. But I will protect me and mine. It was just a postscript. Peace.